You don't understand how important momentum is to your life. You don't understand that the things that you do today can take you to new heights tomorrow. When I say this, I say momentum is the biggest factor to success, because success loves speed. Whether that's, your body, whether that's making more money, whether that's making new connections, whether that's moving into that new crib, moving into your dream crib, buying that dream car. Momentum is everything. You have to have momentum to accomplish big things in this life. That's one thing that people don't quite understand and they're just not familiar with the term of what momentum can do for you. The past 3-4 months of my life, just in general, I've constantly built up this rally of momentum, these small wins, tiny wins that don't seem like much, but in the big picture, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my goals, closer to exactly what I want to be. When I had bought the Corvette and I started making money in real estate, the momentum that I built over those 6 months was just, it was a snowball effect of, got out of the club, boom, W. Started hitting the gym more, boom, another W. Started taking my work more serious, another W. Money started coming, okay, bigger W. Boom, 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 boom. I'm in a $94,000 car. And it just slowly happened. The tiny effects and the tiny little wins turned into major wins. And that's the power of momentum. When you have momentum, you have to use that and run with it. The law of inertia. Something moving in the same direction will not stop unless acted upon by an outside force. You will not stop unless you let something stop you along that way. If you have momentum going forward and you have no desire to let this, that, or the other take you off that track, then you won't fall off that track, bro. You're not a swinging ball through the air. You can control if something takes you off that path. When you have momentum, you have to keep building on that. Keep building on those daily wins, because it will take you to the heights that you're trying to reach. People don't get that you can control your momentum. You can control the rooms you're in. You can control the people you're hanging out with. You can control the things that you're doing on the daily. You can control these little W's. Matter of fact, it rolls into your daily routine. You wake up, you should make your bed. You should brush your teeth. You should do some sort of cardio. You should do something hard in the morning, because you're stacking these tiny little wins. And as you roll out through your workday, you go to school, whatever it is you do, you're building momentum. You're building momentum. Positive connotation, positive connotation, positive connotation, positive connotation. And then boom, by the end of the day, you stack so many W's, you killed the day. You just pushed your momentum even forward. It's almost like, think of it as you're climbing a mountain, right? You're climbing the mountain. You're climbing Mount Everest. You get to base camp 1. Awesome. You try harder. You take more steps forward. You go up the mountain a little bit more. You're at base camp 2. Boom, boom, boom. Base camp 3. Work harder. Try again. Go harder. Take more steps forward. Boom. Base camp 4. Boom. You're just there. You're just at the pinnacle. You could get up. It's getting super, super hard. You don't know if you can do it. You take a few more steps forward. You're at the summit. That's life. That's life, bro. And you have to understand that when you take these tiny little steps forward, you'll reach the fucking summit. But you have to be able to take the momentum that you have and that maybe God has given you, or this has given you, and roll with it, bro. The problem is people get satisfied, and you can't fucking get satisfied. You can't get satisfied, and you'll never be satisfied, but you can't get satisfied with the little W's. You have to have an abundant mindset. Just because something's going right for you right now doesn't mean it's always going to go right for you, unless you keep building on this momentum. The power of momentum is so strong, and people start to realize it. In the past few months of my life, people, I wouldn't use the word leech, but people have kind of started to gravitate towards me, towards my connections, towards my success, towards what I'm building, with my brand, with my mindset, with everything. And it's because they feel the energy. They feel that momentum. They feel that, wow, he's really going down that path. He's really taking the content serious. He's really taking the real estate even more serious now. He's really starting to build some momentum. I need to latch on to that. Now you're looked at as an important figure. Now you're looked at as somebody who can bring people with you. And that's great. But you need to build on that momentum every single day. You can't let these people drag you down. An object moving in one direction will not stop unless acted upon by an outside force. I'm not going to let any of these outside forces attach to me. Not that they're negative connotations, but I'm just saying that people gravitate towards that. Everybody wants to be around something good, whether it's subconsciously or consciously. Everybody wants to be in their position, in that position. When someone's doing better than them, they want to move towards that. If they hate on it, then they are in the wrong place and they're in the wrong mindset. They'll never be anything. But everyone wants to be around that and move on that. And the power of momentum is what you use to reach the summits of your life. put it like this. If you want that badass car, a lot of dudes like BMWs, you want that new Beamer, right? What are you going to do to get there? You need to take tiny little steps of momentum every single day. Okay, you got to make money to get that car. How are you going to make money? What are you going to do to make money? When you start making that money, you have to keep building on that momentum. It comes in different facets of your life too. It's not just about money. You have to up your lifestyle. You have to up your mindset. You have to up the camera almost fucking fell because I'm punching it so hard. You have to up everything about your life to reach the summit of what you're trying to reach. Think about life in general. Life in general. Anything that you've done good in life and you've accomplished, quote unquote, it was built on momentum. When you passed that final for your class that you had a C in, yes, you had horrible grades throughout the whole semester, but just towards the end, you started to build some more momentum. You started to study a little bit more. You started to try a little bit harder. You said, wow, this is make or break for me. I have to get an A on this test or I'm fucked. And then you had that momentum. You took it. You rolled with it every day and just a little bit of consistency, and you finally passed the class and you did what you needed to do. That is life, and that's everything. Manifestation is true. You can manifest everything that you want, and as long as you speak it into the world will reciprocate it to you. That's true. But without momentum, it won't work. It won't work. Understand that. Momentum is something that most people can't master, and they can't control it. The good part about it is you can control it. You can control everything about momentum. As long as you're moving forward every single day, the power that you have within you is limitless, bro. You can create the situation. You can create time. You can create money. All these things are not real. They're misconception. They're not real. You can control these things. You can create these things. And through momentum, you can create more time. You can create better situations for yourself. You can even create money. You can create a stream of income through momentum, through the people you meet. And again, people gravitate towards that. They want to be around that. When even people higher than you, when they see potential and they see momentum, they go, this is the next big thing. Let me reach onto this. Let me be a part of this greatness. And when you have greatness and it's a tumbling effect and you're affecting people and people are starting to see it and see where you're going and they see the vision that you have, because that's all it is. It's vision. Momentum is vision. Momentum is, I have this. I'm winning today. I'm going to win tomorrow. What am I going to do to win next week? How am I going to keep the ball rolling forward? Because you have to keep the ball rolling forward. That's all pro athletes have done their whole lives, is they were good in high school. What am I going to do to get to college? Now I've gotten to the college level. I'm doing pretty good in college. I need to get better at my craft. I need to get better at my mindset. I need to get better at my lifestyle if I want to keep the momentum rolling. I have to keep playing good. I have to be in that mindset. I have to be confident. I get to the pros. Okay, I'm in the pros. How do I stay in the pros? You keep building off this momentum. You keep building on these positive connotations of your life, and you tell yourself that you're building this. It's all mindset and it's all confidence. When you have supreme confidence, not cocky, confidence, you move in a different way and people feel that, and the momentum will start to come to you. People gravitate towards this. Momentum is a latching factor. You need to use momentum to build things. Momentum is something that people will not understand the power of it until you experience it yourself. When you feel it and you understand that I got a W today, I get a W in an hour, I get a W tonight, it builds, and people can't just feel your energy. It's not all about manifestation. Success comes from momentum, because success loves speed. Like I said at the beginning, you have to move forward every single day in everything that you do. Momentum is the key factor to success. Momentum is the key factor to accomplishing your dreams. Momentum is the key factor to buying that new whip, buying that new crib, moving out of your fucking hometown, moving wherever you want to do, having freedom, doing whatever you want to do. It all is built on momentum. How are you going to master momentum? You're going to master it by doing something positive every day and building these tiny little positive connotations and never settling, never getting satisfied. Just because you did something good doesn't mean you can't do something better. Say that again, think that again, read that again, listen to it again. Just because you did something good doesn't mean you can't do something better. When you hit a summit in your life, right? You finally got that whip that you've been building momentum for. Boom. Take that momentum and take it to new heights. Take it to a place that you thought you could never reach, but you have this momentum in you that's giving you these opportunities, giving you these doors are opening up for you. No door is ever going to open for you without knocking on it. You have to move towards that door. You have to knock the fucking door down, and then the door will open up for you. You do that by building momentum, by building your network, by building your mindset, by building your body, by building your pockets, bro. Making more money is all about momentum. I'm in sales. everything I do on the day-to-day basis, I have to build momentum, build, and then boom, the sale pops off. Matter of fact, today I got a call. I'm selling a house in the next few days. I'm going to sell this house. I'm going to make $12,000 off this house. And I've been building this momentum for 3 months. I've been in this guy's ear for 3 months about how he should do it, what he should do to get better at his credit, why it's a good investment for him, yada, yada, yada. Momentum. I'm about to hit the summit. And I'm going to take that summit, take that money, put it in my pocket, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep that momentum going. I'm going to roll with it because now it's just building to my confidence. It's building to my skills. It's building to my confidence in my skills, and it's building towards what I want to accomplish in life. Momentum is everything. Build your momentum, master momentum. Do not ever settle, and keep the ball rolling.